0-60 test. Tricky, to be fair. I've had a few of these Freelanders over the past couple of years, and they have generally got better and better as time has progressed. In fact, the modern Freelanders I think are very good vehicles. However, this is a bad one. It has a lot of negative points, and I'm going to point them out. Firstly, it's a diesel. That's not why it's negative, but I think if I was going to buy one of these, I would go for a petrol. Now, this is the automatic, and you accelerate on this. It's all the 0-60 was like. It's just got no power. You wouldn't be able to overtake a lorry on a motorway in this, and you certainly wouldn't be able to pull out into the flow of traffic at a large roundabout like a Hyde Park corner type roundabout. It really does lack power, this, and it's quite frustrating to drive. The instrument cluster is so dark that at times you can't actually see what speed you're going. If you went through a particularly dark patch, maybe a lot of trees or something, you can't see what's going on there. It's a real strain to the eyes. Now, that's a bit of a flunk. The side mirrors are enormous. We like that. Great big mirrors, the bigger the better. Screw the aerodynamics. We want to see where we've been. We want to see what's going on around the car. Rear view vision's not bad. The headrests do obstruct a little bit, which is a bit of a bummer. The interior of the car is very simple, it's very elementary, and everything here can be operated without taking your eyes off the road. These three dials here for the heating, far superior to the modern cars with the push button change controls and all that. You have to keep looking down to see what speed you're going. Here, it's on, it's off, it's hot, it's cold, it's left, it's right, it's up or down. Couldn't be easier. Now, the interior of this car is quite robust. It's sort of a cross between a commercial vehicle like a van and office furniture, really. But it's high up, it's a nice position, good driving position, and you certainly have a good view and vantage over the other cars on the road. Now, one other very negative point about this vehicle is it absolutely detests corners. I know we're dealing with a high vehicle, probably quite a heavy one too, but going around the corners in this is like trying to steer the QE2. It just doesn't want to go around. It's absolutely awful. You know, if this was a front wheel drive, this car would be a death trap. The front end would just be sliding all over the place. It doesn't like the corners, and I'm the only passenger in here. If we had 4 people in the car right now, I'd be worried that the car's going to tip over. It really is that bad. And if I give the steering a bit of a wobble like that, the roll and the boating on this car is so severe. You know, it makes me realise that if I was doing the speed I'm doing now and had to do an emergency swerve, there's no way that car is going to go the direction I want it to. All it's going to succeed in doing is throwing me around the cab and all the other passengers too. So, if you're thinking about buying one of these, I would urge you to go for something with a sport suspension if they're available, or think about upgrading that. If you're going to go for the automatic, you need a larger engine than is in this car now, because it is just too feeble. And now let's see what the brakes are like. They're not that clever, actually. The Range Rovers have very smooth brakes. These brakes were uneven, there was no harmony there. It didn't feel like the calipers were working in synchronization. The brakes are a bit of a weak spot on this particular one. Personally, if you're thinking about buying this car, I would urge you not to. There's better versions out there.